I know we all have to check our calendars because, hell, we don't know what day it really is. I mean, that's what day they told us it was. But it's Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you guessed it. It's Things For You Tuesday. We'll let this get rolling for just a minute. I hope everyone out there is doing well. I hope you've all had a phenomenal start to your week, coming off the weekend. I also know that the world resembles every movie that we all know and love. I mean, we got a splash of the Da Vinci Code, some World War Z potentially. We have, the hit TV show The Simpsons. It's like a daily, and I know that can get exhausting, but you're still here. We're still here, and we're going to persevere because, we're humans. That's what we do. We're built for this. So no matter what you are going through, breathe, let it go. Let it go. Those things that happened yesterday or the day before yesterday, they happen. Learn from them and roll on. Don't let it sit there and absorb you. So you know the drill. Shout out where you're tuning in from because, we're on the World Wide Web. So you can be tuning in from anywhere. And, without further ado, let's just jump into it. So if you saw the title, you saw it said music, makeup tutorials, jet set info update, and more. Yep, I'm waving. I have learned a very valuable lesson. I'm going to refrain this year from just blurting people's names out. Because I know some of my friends, as well as fans, will skip out of work really quick to watch this. And I appreciate that. And, we don't want your bosses to be like, oh, is you on company time on Facebook? So I'm waving. I see you guys. I appreciate you all. So like I said, let's dive in. So first on the list is something that, I think we've all kind of missed, and that's live music. Like last night, the bar we had it rocking, jukebox is always going, and I think I probably spent to the tune of $40 in jukebox credits. But it was great because at one point the entire bar was singing, and we were all like, who needs karaoke? And you're right, who needs karaoke? But it does add to the fun when you're out and about. And who needs live bands? It adds to the aroma of the room. Well, we have something here online. A dear friend of mine plugged me into it, and it's amazing because the creator of the show, we grew up together, and I had no clue this was going on. See, this is how algorithms work. You might have 5,000 friends and 10,000 followers, but you only get to see 2 of them. So that's why I created this show, so that I could find things, or you guys could tell me about things, and we shout it out, okay? We get it out there because, sometimes one post just doesn't do it. So what I am talking about is Jewel City Sessions. And for those of you who are already privy to this information, you're just ahead of the game. For those of you who have no clue what it is, Huntington, West Virginia was once known as the Jewel City because of our port. So Jewel City Sessions picks a location each week to bring a live streaming broadcast to you of music. And it's a live band. You never know where they're going to show up in the Huntington area. You never know, really. They usually let the band out, but you don't really know who it is. So it could be any genre. Anything. So every Tuesday night, they start setting up, and then they live stream about 7 p.m. But in the midst of this entire show, not only do you get entertainment, or you might find a band that you didn't even know about, but you get to learn something about the city of Huntington. It gives you a little history about the building that they're in, how that building started, and what's in there now. So it's highlighting current businesses. It's doing all kinds of amazing things out there. So, it's one of those things where I'm like, we need to tell people about this. They need to know and understand. So guess what? Here comes the link for Jewel City Sessions. Now, there's 2 links there. There's one for the actual live that will happen tonight because it kicks back off tonight. And I've already got a sneak peek of the band that's going to be playing. And, you're just going to have to tune in. Like I said, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The links are there. Jewel City Sessions also has their own Facebook page. So if you missed the live, you can go back and watch it later. Yep. So check their page out, like their page, follow their page. That way you never miss anything. And all of you all who want live music in your soul and in your mind peace, Well, here's one for you every Tuesday night. And you might even learn a little piece of history. So, there's that one. James Edward Hawley hosts that. He is a local tri-state actor, veteran, just a phenomenal person all around. And Michael Shade Rousey is one of the brainchildren behind that. So definitely check all of that out. Tune in, and hopefully you are, entertained, and it just gives you something positive to do. All right, next on the list. This lady came into my arena all because of, where I work and the people that I was surrounded with. And she is an inspiration, just really cool to talk to. And had I not went out Saturday night, had I stayed home and not been sociable, because I was tired and I really wanted to stay home. But had I stayed home, so many things would not have fallen into place when they did. It fell probably still, but it would have been a lot more crunched up. So the lady I'm talking about, her name is Pepper Pinay. We got a couple things coming up here in the future. You're going to see her a little bit more with myself and Miss Christina Bolda. But Pepper threw out to me something that her and her friend Jess Hickison, that they wanted to start doing and have done a few things of on Facebook Live. And it is makeup tutorials for teens, kids. But here's the kicker. It's like, do you want to learn how to do like your favorite Disney makeup or your favorite superhero makeup? Well, they are going to start doing tutorials and have just a fun evening for you to tune in. And it's like a family event, and it happens right here on Facebook. So what I'm going to do is, because it's Thursday or Friday, they're still ironing out the details. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop you Pepper's link. If it's something that you'd be interested in, or, maybe you're a makeup artist and you just want some extra tips. You never know what gem you'll find by listening or watching someone else do something that you already have a passion for. So if that's something that speaks to you, like I said, I just dropped Pepper's link a couple seconds ago. So check that out. They'll be gearing up Thursday or Friday evening. So keep a watch on that. If you follow the page, you shouldn't miss the post, hopefully. If I get more information on the exact time, I will definitely hit it to you. But she's definitely a woman of interest that you definitely want to link in with. A very cool soul and a conversationalist. Like, I've never had a boring time with this woman. Doesn't matter where we're at or what we are doing. So there is something positive that you guys can do and might learn something in the process. And it's fun. Yes, fun. F-U-N. I know that's a word that has escaped so many people's vocabulary in this last year. But there are still things out there that are fun. All right. So continuing on with the music track, gentleman came into my arena. His stage name is Amato, and his actual name is Matt. And he is from the West Virginia area originally. So kind of how cool is that, Doesn't live here anymore. I believe he's in Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken. But he raps, he sings, and he's got a show called Real Life Live, #RLL, and it's on Saturdays. He does a live, and sometimes it's just him, sometimes he sits down and does interviews with other artists or people. But it's kind of like this. It's a shout out, it's a reach out, it's hanging out with the people. Well, this Saturday night, yours truly will be hanging out with Matt for a little bit on there. So I'm going to drop you his link. If you're into music or like finding new artists, you like rap, you might not. Because see, I'm not one of those that gravitates to rap, but there are some that speak to me. Kind of like there are some country songs. Hell, there's even bluegrass that I like. So with that being said, it's about the energy, it's about the vibe, it's about the realness of it for myself. So if there's something that you would like to check out there, hit him up. But if you're not doing anything Saturday night, 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard, you can catch us on a joint live, sitting down, chit-chatting, just keeping it real. Real Life Live. Like I said, that goes down this Saturday night, the 23rd. So, and who knows where I'll be. So, tune into the live. I might be out and about seeing things in the world for myself. And I wasn't going to say anything about this because I had it already queued up to do for the radio show here in a few and I start taping. But a lot of people, have you ever met those people that you already know they care about you, but you try to share a piece of your information or story with them and then they immediately become emotional and like you were asking for permission. And I don't ever get mad at those people. You know why? Because I get it. You love me and I appreciate that. You care about me. I thoroughly appreciate that. But I also would appreciate if you don't work yourself up, because wasn't nobody asking for permission. I'm grown. I was just sharing my story with you. But in that, I'm getting to this. We're living in a day and age where we have an industry that will spend billions to entertain us. So here's the question I pose. Who's to say they wouldn't spend billions to entrap us? Just food for thought. So here's why Erica has zero qualms about traveling. I accept anything that comes into my arena. I understand consequences. But at the same time, anybody can create a video. Anybody can tell you bombings happened in Iran as long as they have a keyboard that types jihadist. So I'm not calling everything online BS, but with the day and age that we're living in of information, disinformation, disorientation, I choose to take things with a grain of salt unless I've actually gotten to see it. And, you know, with everything that happened a few weeks ago in DC at the Capitol, it's been amazing the people that have floated right into my path that actually were there. And last night, somebody shared something with me that they wrote to their children after they got home. And I'm standing there in work reading this, bawling. And it was so crazy because if you all remember back during the anniversary of the Washington March, I ended up in DC that weekend. And the march had already happened, but the air was still real thick. And I did a video when I got home, and you can still find it on YouTube. But what I titled my video last year that he knew nothing about was what he titled the letter to his children. So you talk about timely. And as I was reading this, I was like, this right here, this is why I leave my house. This is why I go certain places, because you can't experience, you can't taste, touch, see any of that on a video. There's only so much that is video. There's only so much that's not going to get pulled down. There's just only so much of anything. You can't capture it all. But I want to be there to take it in because there's a lot of BS that's just not going to keep flying with me. Like, I checked my receipt. I didn't buy none of their bullshit this year. None of it. So this ain't a year you can tell me anything. You're going to have to show me. Show me something, because anybody can do anything. So that was just food for thought. I digressed and I apologize, but I had to say that because I've had people that know I'm leaving to go out of town sometimes, and they immediately start throwing their negative fear at me. Bruh, I'm not you. Sis, I'm not you. What I'm called to do, you might not be called to do. Just wish me well and let's not have this because I don't need the extra negative. I love you. That's all I'm saying. And it's not just me. That goes for other people. We as humans sometimes try to take on things that are not our problem. Just saying. So let's finish up here. So let's see. We've done Jewel City. We've got the makeup tutorial. And we have done Mr. Amato. So that leaves one really important thing. And that's Jet Set Magazine. Still running hot, still in it. We in round two. Round two ends the 21st, the day after the inauguration. And this gets us down to the top 10 group winners of each group. And there's a lot of groups. So remember, keep voting every day. Right now, I need to just stay in the top 10. I'm not being greedy. I'm just trying to stay here. So vote daily. You get 1 or 2 free votes. You get 2 free votes if you subscribe to their newsletter. And you get that every day, each 24 hours, your browser will be reopen. Every Facebook account gets the 1 free vote thing each day. So be patient. I had to actually miss a day of voting because, well, I would forget. And then it got so late that it became like I was voting at midnight. And so finally I was like, you know what? There's going to be a night I'm going to be asleep and miss it. And I'll get back on track. So I'm finally on a normal time during daylight hours to vote. So if you've been voting, I appreciate you. I love you. Mwah. I know you're voting or I wouldn't still be here. So let's keep this thing rocking. We got till February 25th where it has to just be one. Only one can win. So there we go. And as usual, I'm going to go ahead and drop you that link, but I always drop those links on every post that I do for that. Well, except yesterday, I kind of forgot. And 30 minutes later, I was like, oh, I need to go back and do that. So there's that link for Miss Jet Set. Now, with some of these competitions, as time goes on, they will totally change the link because they start locking out all the older things. If that happens, I'll be on top of it like before, and we'll get that link up. We don't want you to miss anything, so just breathe. And that's what I keep telling myself. Breathe. February 25th will be here before we know it, unless the world ends. And then, we'll be doing whatever we're doing then. But until then, soldier on. Carry on. Do what do you. Carry on. And on Fridays now, you can catch myself from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on WCRO.net. I'm going to drop you our main link there, as well as the link to my section of the station where you can listen live every Friday, 5 to 7, and catch Illuminate, or you can catch the replay. And Mr. Wilson and myself had a chit chat yesterday. I'm actually going to drop you a ton of links. This has everything in it. The WCRO link, the YouTube link, because when this is finished, it goes straight to YouTube. So you can always catch up there. Anything that you missed, all the links and descriptions are right there, posted up for you to find very easily, as well as still right here on Facebook. But Wilson and I had a chit chat yesterday, and it was crazy because Friday was insanely busy. I, of course, was working the bar, and I was making sure everything was done as far as virtual life went, and I went to work. I didn't even check my phone. Saturday got up, I was completely unplugged from the world, as well as Sunday and part of Monday. Well, last night I'm at work, and I'm like, ooh, I need to text Chris about something. And I pull his message up, and there was like these 4 panicked messages from Friday that I just hadn't seen. And it was like, oh God, your show's not playing. Even if I'm at work, even if I have to take the laptop out and stream it live, like, I don't know what's going on. And then it was like, okay, we're golden. It's running. I didn't know any of that happened. So I read him. We kind of laugh in the background. And I said, so how did the first week go? Was it even worth it? He said, I'm going to have to expand. Huh? We're kind of maxed out. Thank you guys. Apparently we had 90 live listeners last week, even with the show starting late, even with technology glitches. So thank you guys. You can tune in again, and don't just tune in on Fridays. Go check the station out and check the page out. There's some really cool things going on. And yes, we're right now only on internet, but I hear there's plans for antennas in the works. So get on the page. You can find out all that information, and you never know, it might be something you could help out with. All right, guys, that's truly it for today. And like you saw on my page, we're shaking it up at the hall tonight. So at 6 p.m., I will be your bartender. So where's my pool players at? Yep, we have an open pool tournament happening. Sign-ups start at 7. The bar adds money to the pot. We have drink specials all day. And the bar is open right now, and the kitchen is too. And the food is pretty slamming. Yeah, so what that means is get your booties to the hall if you ain't got nothing to do tonight, especially you pool players, because I keep hearing about, is there a pool tournament? We don't know. Is there, what? Yes, there's a pool tournament tonight, 7 p.m. sign-up start at the hall in Wayne, Route 152. I will see you there. So everybody have a beautiful rest of your Tuesday. I must go because, well, I have a schedule actually to be on today, which is weird because Tuesdays I don't usually work, but that's okay. It's all good, because after tomorrow, I'm off. Like, I got to go work and close the bar tonight, tomorrow, and then I won't see you beautiful souls again behind that bar until Monday night of next week. So, goodbye. Have a great day, and catch this on YouTube with so much more. There's vlogs coming from the crypto cryo fix in West Virginia that Jay and I did last week. So you don't want to miss any of that. Stay tuned. Be on YouTube. If you're not already following, follow along over there and hit that bell so you don't miss new content. Have a great Tuesday.